Traveling is a means to success. Do subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos, stay connected. Top Israeli food and dishes to try when you are in Israel. The Israeli food scene has absolutely exploded in the last decade, bringing together an intoxicating fusion of traditional European Jewish foods, Middle Eastern specialties and exotic flavors brought home by globe-trotting Israelis. You could go out for dinner every night while you're in Israel and never eat the same thing twice. Check out this list of traditional food in Israel, and a few non-traditional ones too, that you should look out for on your next trip. Sabich. First brought to Israel in the 1940s and 1950s by the Iraqi Jews, sabich is a sandwich made by stuffing pita bread with fried eggplants, hard-boiled eggs, tahini sauce, Israeli salad, hummus, pickled mango sauce, amber, and parsley. It is often eaten as a snack or a breakfast on Sabbath morning, and can be purchased from many street food vendors. Shawarma. Marinated and spit-roasted, shawarma is a delicious Middle Eastern meat treat whose origins can be traced back to the Ottoman Empire era, while its name stems from the Arabic pronunciation of the Turkish word saverm, lit. To turn, turning, and refers to the rotating skewer on which the meat is cooked. Shawarmas are made with either lamb, turkey, chicken, beef, or a mix of different meats which are slow-cooked for hours and basted in their own juices and fat, gaining an incomparable succulence, but the real secret to a perfect shawarma is in the marinade. Hummus. This internationally popular, beige-colored spread is traditionally made with mashed chickpeas, tahini sesame paste, lemon juice, and garlic. People across the world love hummus for its tangy flavor and the fact that it is filled with nutrients. When served, it is typically dressed with a drizzle of olive oil, and is then used as a dip for vegetables or a flavorful filling for flatbreads such as pita. Even today, not much is known about its origins, although the earliest mention of hummus dates back to 13th century Egypt. Shakshouka. Shakshouka is a delicious combination of eggs poached in a spicy tomato sauce. Although it has an unusual name, the dish is straightforward and easy to make. It is usually made in a skillet in which onions, tomatoes, and spices are cooked until they form a delicious tomato sauce. Eggs are then added directly to the tomato sauce and poached until done. Merguez sausage can also be added to the dish. It is believed that shakshuka originated in Tunisia, but the dish is well known and commonly eaten throughout North Africa and the Middle East as well. Falafel. Even though these protein-packed chickpea fritters are listed as one of Israel's national dishes, and are a staple in many Middle Eastern countries including Palestine and Lebanon, it is often suggested that falafel might have evolved from the Egypt dish known as tamia. By the 1950s, to earn a living, Yemenite immigrants in Israel started making falafel in the streets, selling it wrapped in paper, which has eventually transformed this ancient dish into an early form of Israeli fast food and facilitate the global recognition of it. Tahini. Tahini is a paste consisting of toasted and ground sesame seeds which are usually thinned with lemon juice and water. It is an incredibly versatile paste that can be served as a dip and consumed on its own, or as a condiment accompanying numerous meat and vegetable dishes in Middle Eastern cuisine. Tahini can also be used as a spread, as the main ingredient in soups, or as a key ingredient in hummus, halva, or baba ganoush. It is believed that the best tahini should have a light and toasty sesame seed flavor and a rich texture. Labneh. Creamy texture and mild flavor are the main attributes of labneh, a traditional Middle Eastern strained yogurt that is prepared with yogurt and salt. No strict guidelines are used to produce it. Plain full-fat yogurt is mixed with salt and left to strain for 12 to 24 hours. During straining, the yogurt whey separates, and what is left is a thick and firm cheese-like product. Its texture can vary from creamy to dense, but it always has a relatively mild and slightly salty flavor. The name Labneh is native to the Middle East, but strained yogurt varieties are found in numerous other countries and regions such as Greece, Turkey, Cyprus, Central Asia, the United States, Mexico, and the United Kingdom. Jerusalem Mixed Grill. Jerusalem Mixed Grill is a traditional dish originating from Jerusalem. It typically consists of grilled chicken hearts, liver, and spleen combined with ground lamb, or lamb fat, and onions, seasoned with turmeric, garlic, black pepper, cumin, cilantro, and olive oil. The grilled meat is then usually served in a baguette or pita bread as a sandwich, with salads, hummus, and fries on the side. The sandwich is one of Jerusalem's most popular street foods, and it is believed that it's been invented at the Mahane Yehuda market, although many local restaurants claim the dish as their own. Israeli breakfast. Israeli breakfast consists of numerous ingredients such as yogurt, cheese, salads, omelets, peppers, flatbreads, fish, olives, fresh juices, dips, and butter. This breakfast style originated on the kibbutz collective farm, where a hefty breakfast was crucial to endure the long day of manual labor following it. Israeli hotels picked up the habit during the 1950s, adopting the breakfast style and serving it as a self-service buffet for their guests. Since serving meat and dairy together is forbidden in Jewish culture, Israeli breakfast remained a dairy meal. Even without meat, it is believed that one might not be able to eat lunch nor dinner after feasting on this unique Israeli creation. Jachnun. Jachnun is a traditional Yemenite Jewish pastry or flatbread, or something in between, of Adani Jewish origin. The Yemenite Jewish immigrants have also popularized the dish in Israel. It's traditionally served for breakfast on Shabbat morning. The dough is made with a combination of flour, white sugar, water, and margarine. Israeli salad. Probably the best-known national dish of Israel, Israeli salad is actually a descendant of Arab and Palestinian salads. Finely diced tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, optional, parsley, and either bell peppers or chili peppers are typically dressed with olive oil and lemon juice. This refreshing salad is served as a main dish or a side, and it is even sold as a street food item, wrapped in pita bread with falafel or shawarma. Cholent. Cholent is a traditional Jewish stew characterized by its long cooking time. Eastern European cholent usually incorporates ingredients such as barley, beans, and meat, with variable seasonings. Cholent is traditionally cooked on Friday, before the Jewish Sabbath, when all work is forbidden. On Sabbath, the flavors will already infuse, the beans will soften, while tougher cuts of meat will become juicy and tender due to the long cooking time. The dish was invented in Israel and the Middle East, and then spread to North Africa. By the 9th century, it could already be found in Spain. Kreplach. Kreplach are traditional Jewish dumplings that originated in Eastern Europe as krepish, fried pastries stuffed with meat. Over the years, the dish changed, and the dish became known as krepl, plural, kreplach, in the Yiddish community. The dumplings are filled with various ingredients such as chicken, ground beef and herbs, leftover roasted meat, or cheese. The dough for the dumplings is usually made with flour and eggs. The meat-filled kreplach are traditionally served with soup broth in a bowl, but they can also be fried and served on their own. Kugel. Kugel is a popular Jewish dish and a specialty of the Ashkenazi Jews from Eastern Europe. It is a baked pudding or a casserole that is typically made with potatoes or egg noodles with added cheese, milk, or vegetables. There is no meat in a kugel casserole because combining milk and eggs with meat is considered not to be kosher. The name of the dish is derived from a German word for ball. Kugel can be prepared as a savory dish or a dessert, which was first made in the 1600s. Sweet kugels are topped with sugar and contain dried fruits such as raisins. Whether savory or sweet, kugel is often served on Shabbat, Yom Tov, and other Jewish holidays. Matzah brie. Matzah brie or matzah brie is a traditional Jewish dish. It's made with a combination of matzah flatbread and eggs. Both are fried together, then served and eaten for breakfast during Passover. The matzah is torn into pieces, often softened with milk or water, combined with beaten eggs, then fried in butter or oil. Although the dish is often savory, it can also be prepared in a sweet version with cinnamon, fruit, and honey. The sweet versions are typically topped with apple sauce, whipped cream, yogurt, sour cream, or fruit jams. The savory versions are sometimes enriched with the addition of sauerkraut or onions, along with seasonings. Horoset. Traditionally eaten in remembrance of the enslaved Jews in ancient Egypt as one of the symbolic foods at the Passover Seder plate, the fruit and nut paste known as horoset is used either as a relish for dipping or as a spread to be eaten with Jewish unleavened flatbread called matzah. Recipes vary depending on different Jewish subgroups, ranging both in type and the indicated number of ingredients. Skewered goose liver. Skewered goose liver is a traditional Israeli dish originating from Tel Aviv. The dish consists of goose liver that's seasoned with salt and black pepper. Additional spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, paprika, cumin, turmeric, lemon juice, and allspice are often added to enrich the flavors, and there are many variations of the dish with different spices throughout the area. Once prepared, the goose liver is placed on skewers and grilled to perfection. Salatim. Salatim is a traditional Israeli term that denotes a huge variety of salads, dips, spreads, and slaws that are served at home before a big meal, or in restaurants that specialize in grilled meat dishes. The assorted bowls might contain matbuka, roasted peppers and tomatoes, chopped liver, carrots, Israeli salad, tomatoes and cucumbers, hummus, baba ganoush, beets, cabbage, tahini, Shakshouka, or cauliflower salad, among others. Oez shoot. Oez shoot is a traditional side dish originating from Israel. It was invented by the Sephardic Jews of Jerusalem. The dish is made with white beans that have been cooked in tomato paste, and once done, the combination is served over white rice while still hot. Nowadays, it's served as a side dish in most restaurants. Sometimes, it will be enriched with the addition of fried onions or pieces of meat such as lamb, chicken, or beef. Haminados. Haminados or chaminados is a traditional Sephardi Jewish dish that's popular in Israel. It consists of whole eggs in their shells which are placed on top of a Shabbat stew in order to be braised for a long time, usually overnight. As a result, the whites turn brown in color, while the yolks develop a greenish hue. Yerushalmi Kugel. Yerushalmi Kugel is a savory casserole made with thin cooked noodles that are coated in caramelized sugar. After it is mixed with eggs, olive oil, pepper, and salt, the combination is placed in a pan and then baked until firm. The dish first appeared in the 18th century, when European Jews brought culinary traditions of preparing similar baked casseroles. Challah. Challah is a loaf of leavened, braided egg bread that is traditionally consumed on Shabbat in Jewish communities, although it is also popular on festive occasions such as weddings or brit milas. Less common varieties of challah are not braided, but shaped into spirals, books, keys, and flowers. Sometimes, before baking, challah is sprinkled with poppy, sesame, or coriander seeds, symbolizing manna that fell from heaven while the Israelites were in Exodus. On Shabbat, 2 loaves of challah are traditionally placed on the festive table, their braids symbolizing connection, justice, love, and peace. Bagel Toast. Bagel toast is a traditional way of eating sandwiches in Israel. It's made by pressing and toasting a fluffy, sesame seed-covered bagel that's split and filled with cheese and vegetables. The sandwich is usually made on a panini press or a toaster, and it's often served in bars and cafes, but bagel toast can also be prepared at home. Cigarillo. Moroccan cigars or cigarim is a traditional dish originating from Morocco, but it's especially popular in Israel. The dish consists of phyllo pastry that's filled with ground lamb, or beef, onions, garlic, and a variety of spices such as cinnamon, cumin, coriander, and nutmeg. Once filled, the phyllo pastry is rolled into an elongated shape reminiscent of a cigar. The rolls are then fried in oil until golden brown. Akawi. Akawi is a soft, brine cheese made from cows, goats, or sheep's milk. It originated from the city of Acre, Okko, and it was also named after the city of its origin. The cheese has a smooth and chewy texture, similar to mozzarella, while its flavor is very mild and slightly salty. It does not melt well, which is the reason why akawi is often fried, as it will retain its shape. Akawi is typically used as a table cheese, when it is often paired with fruits, but it can also be eaten with flatbreads for lunch or dinner. Burkas. Burkas is a traditional Israeli pastry of Sephardi Jewish origin. There are many versions of burkas, made with burkas dough, phyllo dough, puff pastry, or brick pastry, filled with cheese, feta or koshkaval, spinach, mushrooms, mashed potatoes, or pizza filling. Distinctive shapes are used to indicate different fillings. Burkas made with puff pastry and containing dairy products are always shaped into triangles, while those containing non-dairy products are shaped into squares or circles. Before they're baked, burkas are sprinkled with poppy seeds, nigella seeds, black sesame seeds, or za'atar. Ziva. Ziva is a traditional Israeli snack consisting of horseshoe-shaped puff pastry that's topped with sesame seeds and filled with cheese and olives. It is believed that ziva was invented in 1989 by Neri of Neri at Nagila restaurant. This tasty snack is usually served with eggs, Israeli salad, or zug sauce. Malawak. Malawak is a traditional layered and folded bread that is especially popular in Israel and Yemen. Visually reminiscent of a pancake, the bread is made with flour, water, salt, and ghee. Once baked, it is often sprinkled with black sesame seeds. Traditionally, malawak is served with hard-boiled eggs, chopped and crushed tomatoes, and zug, a spicy condiment. Matzo. Matzo is an unleavened flat bread from Israel that is traditionally consumed during the week-long Passover, celebrating the Israelites' departure from Egypt. Around the holiday, this flatbread can be found as a part of appetizers, main courses, and even desserts. Taboon. Taboon is a Middle Eastern flatbread that is traditionally baked in a clay oven, giving the bread its characteristical bubbly shape. It consists of flour, water, yeast, and sugar. The bread is commonly sold on the streets, stuffed with falafel, shredded meat, or hummus. It is also often used for scooping up meat stews or gravy-based dishes. Hamantosh. Hamantosh are traditional cookies with Ashkenazi Jewish origins. The cookies are filled with ingredients such as poppy seeds, apricots, raisins, lekva prune jam, nuts, dates, raspberries, apples, cherries, figs, chocolate, or halva, and they're shaped into triangles because the cookies are especially popular during Purim, a Jewish holiday. Rugelach. Ashkenazi in origin, the Jewish pastry known as rugelach is made by rolling a triangle of dough around a filling, resulting in crescent-shaped pastries. Alternatively, the dough can be rolled in the form of a strudel or a nut roll which is then sliced prior to baking. The dough can be made with sour cream or cream cheese, but the dairy ingredients can be omitted, while the fillings can vary from nuts and raisins to fruit preserves. These delectable pastries are traditionally eaten on Hanukkah, but they can also be bought all year round in cafes and bakeries. Mandelbrot. Translated as almond bread, these twice-baked cookies are typically prepared with a simple shortbread dough that incorporates eggs, flour, and whole, toasted almonds. The origin of Mandelbrot is shrouded in mystery. What is certain is that they first appeared among Jewish communities, and some believe they might have been inspired by similar, also twice-baked Italian biscotti. Kitchel. As a result of the preparation method, kitchel cookies are light and airy, which earned them the nickname of nothings. The ingredient list is short and simple: eggs, flour, sugar, salt, oil, and sometimes baking powder. Although sweet, they are often eaten with savory dips or with chopped herring in South Africa. Tahini Cookie. Crunchy and only slightly sweet, tahini cookies are a Middle Eastern treat made with tahini sesame paste, sugar, butter, and flour. The cookies are often topped with either pine nuts, sesame seeds, or almonds. It is recommended to pair them with a big glass of milk. Soufganiya. The whole, less, jelly-filled soufganiya is a descendant of the German Kropfen, which was imported to Israel by German Jews who fled the Nazi regime, although some sources claim that soufganiya appeared much earlier, in the 1920s. Traditionally, this sweet treat is consumed during the Jewish festival of Hanukkah. However, most bakeries would start selling it at least a week before, if not earlier. Besides the typical strawberry jam filling, soufganiya is nowadays available in multiple flavors such as Bavarian cream or cappuccino, for example, but there is also the alcohol-infused, typically vodka, variety, and many more. Cunifer. Cunifer consists of 2 crunchy layers of shredded and buttered katafi or nef dough, filled with a luscious cheese cream that's often flavored with orange zest and cardamom, then drenched in a sugar syrup infused with lemon juice and orange blossom water. Turkish cunifer is traditionally made with hatay, a fir, or Antep cheese. It is usually topped with pistachios and is best served warm. Elegant and amazingly simple to make, this dessert is nothing short of what cheese-filled pastry dreams are made of. Malabi. Mealabia is a creamy Arabian dessert, in many ways similar to the French blancmange. It is made with a mixture of milk and sugar, cooked and thickened with rice flour or cornstarch, and usually flavored with orange blossom or rose water. While hot, it is distributed in smaller molds, left to set, and it is then served cold. This simple and satisfying dessert is eaten in slightly different forms across the Arabian Peninsula, Middle East, and North Africa. Depending on the region, it can be garnished with typical local ingredients such as pistachios, almonds, shredded coconut, cinnamon, or raisins. In many countries and regions, it is one of the favorite sweets served during the holy month of Ramadan, but it is also regularly served as a light restaurant dessert. Tinana. As in many countries in the region, you'll often find a cup of sweet, hot mint tea, tinana, served up after dinner, like a cozy, comforting blanket wrapped around your overstuffed stomach. Limonana. On a hot day, nothing beats the refreshing flavor of a tall icy glass of limonana, fresh lemonade spiked with mint. You'll find it on the menu at nearly every cafe and restaurant in Israel. Iced aroma. Cafe aroma is almost as ubiquitous in Israel as Starbucks is in America. You'll find one on nearly every street corner and rest area around the country, and come summer their signature iced aroma, similar to a frappuccino, is so popular that it's advertised on placards on the sidewalk. To make life even better, each cup is served with a tiny chocolate bar. Order it up regular or light, small, katan, or large, gadol, just make sure to grab one on your way to the beach. Check before eat foodies. Do subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos stay connected.